Peter, you've been on a roll.
Yeah.
You are right. Do you want to bat lead off every time?
I will.
Okay,
I like
great.
batting lead off.
Great.
I feel like it starts us off because usually I go way outside the box or I'm trying to make a statement. I'm trying to give you, the reader and the viewer, something to really hang on to. This
Peter,
one.
what leadoff hitter will you be channeling?
Vince Coleman.
Vince Coleman, he can fly.
Vince Coleman can run.
Let's
and I'm
go.
gonna run to the table with this one because I don't have a dramatic answer. I don't have an interesting one. I just have the right one. Aaron Donald's your Defensive Player of the Year. I'm so sorry, viewers, if you're looking for some crazy pick and this is going to be a nickel corner on the Lions who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. It's not. This is your Defensive Player of the Year.
There he is.
And he's probably the Defensive Player of the Year every year. Kyle, we often talk about this, that, Charles Barkley won the MVP in '93, and Malone won it another year, and
Robinson.
and Robinson won it one year, but it probably could have been Jordan every year. Aaron Donald could be the Defensive Player of the Year every year, and I think he came back for a reason. He's not done yet. He wants another bite at the apple. He got this new contract. This guy, he took off his shirt at that parade, and I'm like, how is anyone able to stop him?
I think he won it on that parade.
I know people are really upset that what happened with the helmet and the Bengals at the joint practice, and I was upset too. It seems like that was really beneath him, and that's not something you should ever be doing. It was uncouth, and it was, quite frankly, dangerous and dumb. But that's Aaron Donald's kind of level where he plays at. He clicks the switch and he goes after it. I think he's going to do it this way. Aaron Donald, not much build-up, guys, just the obvious.
That was a nice single, though. You got it on base and ripped
on base.
it.
Yep.
Vince Coleman.
Yep.
Like you said, Jordan could have won the MVP every year, but he didn't because people get tired of seeing the greatness and they want to pick the next guy. There's another guy who looks great without his shirt as well, Myles Garrett. Cleveland. And this guy's doing windmill dunks. He's doing all type of athletic things. But Myles Garrett is prime. Career year last year at 16 and a half sacks, and it's just his time. We've seen him dominate, see him throw grown men off of him and make some incredible sacks. And I feel like he hasn't gotten to talk because there's so much going on in Cleveland. The guy defeats a triple team here to get a sack on Lamar Jackson. This year, it will be Myles Garrett because he's going to take the next step in his career. Look at this guy. Knocks the ball loose. Somebody pick it up. You know what? I got it. I'll take it in for a touchdown. And guys, we can celebrate. Myles Garrett is going to be your Defensive Player of the Year.
Still hasn't won it. That's a great pick.
I'm excited to see it.
We've been waiting for this one.
Yes, we have been. It's time.
This is the year.
It's time.
All right, so you got the established star, the one who everyone's let's go. I'm going to pick someone who's going to have the big-time breakout season. My guy is kind of just hanging out there, all right? In the NFL top 100, he's around in the 50s somewhere. Okay. His sack numbers each of the last few years, fine, nothing crazy, not 16, 17, but right there. And he's on a super glamorous team. He's going to have a lot of eyeballs, and he has a lot of weapons around him. I predict that the NFL Defensive Player of the Year is going to go down Fury Road, and I'm going with Mad Max Crosby.
Yes!
I like that.
Raiders.
Let's go!
I think we are going to have a breakout year for this guy. I think the sack numbers will be there. I think the scoop and score type highlights that you need to win Defensive Player of the Year, and I think the eyeballs. Peter, Aaron Donald's going to play tomorrow night. He could win the thing tomorrow night. Yeah. If he has 4 sacks in that game, I don't know if you can run him down. Max Crosby is now in one of the most high-profile teams in the entire league with the new coach and the new weapons. And we've always loved him for the last few years. I think this is the year he becomes a household name. I really do. Him and Chandler Jones, you can't block them all. And I think Crosby is going to just absolutely wreck shop. Love Max Crosby. 2 X's in Max. That's how extreme he is. I think by the end of this season, there's going to be about 15 sacks in Defensive Player of the Year.
You guys, we are on an incredible clip to have all these picks, and we are not overlapping whatsoever. And I think the most stress I ever just got was the way you started off on that description because it felt very eerily similar to my guy. On a very glamorous team. His sack numbers have been increasing every season, but Mad Max doesn't have a brother that plays in the NFL, right? Because I'm going to go with one, Nick Bosa.
Yes! All right, here we go.
Nick Bosa as your Defensive Player of the Year. 2 years ago, week 2, we were absolutely gut-wrenched, heartbroken for Nick Bosa when he tears his ACL. He had a grueling path back to the NFL. 2021, unreal numbers. He finishes 4th in sacks in the NFL with 15.5. 2nd in sack yards at 122. Tied in the league top for tackles for loss with one TJ Watt. They both had 21. The numbers, they are growing, they are increasing. And if I have to really base my logic on anything, it's what George Kittle told Richard Sherman on his podcast earlier this week. He's just a mass of humanity. His quads are the size of my core. And that is someone that I can write home about for being Defensive Player of the Year in Nick Bosa.
Nick
There it
Bosa,
is.
tasty week 1-2. Justin Fields, we know what they went through last year. Peter, how do you see the field here? Though,
I love that we picked 4 different people, and the defending champion, T.J. Watt, is not even on the list, and we could have gone with any of them.
It's tough.
Nick Bosa, pound for pound, might be the best pass rusher in football. That's pretty good, Jamie.